Hello there. Do you know that sports have always been about pushing boundaries? But what if I told you that the game itself is about to change forever?
Since ancient times, people have engaged in physical activity to stay healthy, connect with others, and bond with nature. Cave paintings and rock art from around the world depict sprinting, wrestling, swimming, and archery dating back 15,000 years. And more recently, about 1,000 years ago, surfing emerged in Polynesia, and First Nations in Canada developed canoeing. Today, sport is in a league of its own, shaping everything from personal well-being to elite international competitions. But as the cultural, social, and economic significance of sport has continued to score big, so has its environmental impact, and that is a game changer.
Hi, I am Andrea, a human rights advocate and sustainability professional, and a powerlifting and strong woman athlete. So, welcome to my gym. As an athlete, I know firsthand that sport is a win-win for body and mind. But here is a real hurdle. Beyond the dopamine rush, the high fives with teammates, and the occasional medal, sport has a dark side too. Think about the heavyweight carbon footprint of building new sporting facilities, flying athletes, teams, equipment, and fans across the globe, and producing endless gear and apparel, or the off-the-charts energy use and plastic waste from sports venues, big and small.
In recent years, sport has really picked up the pace, becoming more accessible than ever, which is fantastic. But with more people getting in the game, we are also stretching our planet's resources. More slopes, stadiums, and racetracks mean deforestation, biodiversity loss, and environmental damage. So how do we level the playing field and make sport more sustainable? Let's tackle it together. The relationship between sport and climate is a complicated match. On the one hand, sport's carbon footprint is no small player, contributing significantly to climate change. On the other, nature is responding with heat waves, storms, and other extreme weather, throwing curveballs at training, competitions, athletes, and fans' health, and the longevity of sport facilities.
All over the world, we are already seeing the impact of a changing climate on sports, especially in high-stake events that draw millions of fans. Take the 2020 Australian Open, for example, where wildfire smoke choked the competition, forcing some players to withdraw from the tournament. Or the 2023-24 ski season, where warm weather and a lack of snow led the International Ski Federation to call an early timeout on 26 races. A warming world with unpredictable weather patterns is not just a tough opponent for sports organizations. It is also a major letdown for athletes and fans alike.
So how do we change the game before climate change takes the win? Let's talk solutions.
Whilst climate change is making headline plays at global sporting events, the real impact will hit local teams and everyday athletes first, right in their backyards. Warmer, more humid, and increasingly polluted air is making outdoor sports a riskier game. In China, schools are building domes so kids can play sports safely. Shorter winters, silent ski resorts, and mountain communities that rely on snow sports for jobs and tourism. Rising sea levels and warming oceans threaten the very future of water sports, putting small island nations in an existential crisis.
The devastating impacts of climate change on sport are clear, but it is not game over. Sport has the power to fight back, reduce its environmental impact, and adapt to a changing climate. In this course, we are not just looking at the red cards. We are exploring game-changing strategies and actions that sport organizations of all sizes can use to score a win for both planet and people.
Across the globe, a growing movement understands the game-changing power of sport to drive social and environmental goals, with billions of fans, athletes, coaches, and professionals in the field, sport is a global MVP in raising awareness, influencing behavior, and inspiring climate action. From large-scale global events to local community sports teams, everyone will feel the effects of a changing climate. And the joy, passion, and sense of belonging that sports bring to societies is something worth defending. So, whether you're a tennis pro, an amateur runner, a strong woman like me, or just enjoy watching cricket with friends, we all have a role to play in winning the biggest race of all, the race against climate change.